Hello, welcome to a cooking video. I'm gonna cook beef stew with red wine today. The ingredient is I bought a pound and a half of cube beef. You can see already cut up, and then a pound of carrots, some pearl onions, some mushroom, some leftover red wine, and then my favorite seasoning sauce, and then some cornstarch to help thicken the sauce of the stew. So the first thing I'm going to do, which I will have to put the camera down for, is put 3 tablespoons of cornstarch or flour if you have that, and mix it in this. I use this one pot here so I don't dirty up any more dishes. Part of my simple way of cooking is trying to minimize the amount of dishes I have to wash. Okay, so after 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and mix it up, you can add more cornstarch or flour depending on how thick you want the stew to be. Okay, I can always add more later as I cooked to make it thicker if I don't think it's thick enough. But for now, so what's next? I want to give a little sears on the pan right here so that it give a good texture and add more flavor to the dish. So I got a pan of hot oil here, and it's gonna be a quick sears on both sides of the piece of meat. 1 minute, okay, real quick. And I will put the camera down in order to put the meat in faster. Okay, so this is 2 minutes later. Okay, after 1 minute I flip the meat, and as you can see it barely cooked, but it puts some color, some texture onto the meat. And now I will add into the crock pot. I already chopped up the carrots, and I will add the mushroom in here, and then we're ready to cook. Okay, so now that I got the meat in there, I don't want to lose any of this good flavor left here. So what I will do is turn on the heat again, and then trying to deglaze the pan to get all the yummy flavor off the pan. So here's 1 cup of red wine. Okay. And 1/3 cup of my favorite seasoning sauce, Maggi. Okay. And then just let's stir it up a little bit. Trying to get all the little piece of stuff of the pan into the sauce, okay, because that's flavor. Don't want to lose any of the flavor. And after you deglaze the pan, put it back into this, add the mushroom, okay, and then you can put on high on the crock pot for 2 hours. We'll come back in 2 hours and see how everything looks. And then it depends on how tender the meat is or is not, then I will cook a little bit longer. But for now, what I will do is put the mixture of red wine and Maggi back into the pot. Okay, I can't do it with one hand, so I will be right back. Okay, so I pour in the wine and seasoning sauce, and as you can see, the liquid is barely enough for the bottom. Do not worry about this. In 2 hours, when I open the crock pot, you will see that the meat and vegetable has been cooked down, and there will be plenty of liquid left. So when you cook with crock pot, be very mindful that always use less liquid than you think you need. But if you don't have a crock pot, you can certainly cook this on a stove top on low for an hour or two. check after 1 hour, but for the crock pot I will put it on high for 2 hours and then come back and check it and then put in the pearl onions. I always put the pearl onion in last because I don't want it to be too mushy compared to the mushroom and the carrots. Okay, so we'll be back in 2 hours. Okay, so this is 2 hours later. I just opened the lid of the crock pot, and as you can see, there's plenty of liquid in here. Okay, plenty. Perfect. Here is where you want to taste to see if you need to add salt or anything. I taste mine just before I turn the camera on, and it tastes perfect. The meat is still fairly tough, okay, so it can cook a little bit longer. But what I would do now is put some more cornstarch in here because I want the gravy to be thicker. I want a thicker stew, so what I will do is add 2 more tablespoons to this. And stir it up. And close the lid for another hour. Okay, we'll come back in 1 hour and then add the pearl onion. Already you can see the liquid thicken up. Perfect. Okay, be back in 1 hour. Okay, now I can add the onion. This is 1 hour later. Look at that. Steam up the lens right there. Beautiful. I only use half a bag of pearl onion due to the portion of meat. I want to have a good proportion to meat, carrots, and onions, so I could use a whole bag. And if you don't like pearl onion, you can use regular onions. As you can see, there's plenty of liquids here that you can cook with celery, potato, whatever things you want to add to this, and there'll be plenty of liquid, and you don't have to alter the recipe. Okay, so now everything looks great. The meat is fairly tender. I just want the onion to cook a little bit to absorb the flavor of the stew. I will turn the crock pot now down to low. Okay, and then cook it for another half an hour, and then you're all set. And that's it. Hopefully you think the recipe is easy and give it a try.